It is rare in the world of microphones to see something new, to see something that they're not trying to recreate something. A company is legitimately creating something that you've never seen before, that you've never really heard before. And they're doing it in a way that sounds good, that feels great, and it's matte black. The Austrian Audio OC-S10. This thing, we need to talk.
If it was easy, it wouldn't mean nothing. If it was easy, it wouldn't be hard. I can't believe I let it get this far, but at least I got to learn from you. Wasn't a thing I could have done different, but I wish it wasn't true. Now I'm just sitting here wondering if it's easier for you. There's no time to figure it out. There's no way to take it back now. You can't find out what it's about, and there ain't no easy way out. No, there ain't no easy way out. No, there ain't no easy way out. No, there ain't no easy way out.
Thank you for sitting through that. I appreciate any chance to kind of create a song with a microphone. It kind of lets me experience it in a different way. Because we're using it on sessions, I can only use it in so many sources, but building out a song with this on as many pieces as possible is a really fun way to experiment with it and see what works and what doesn't. What I noticed doing that song was the flatness of this microphone could be anything that I wanted it to be. Shifting using Polar Designer, the plugin that comes with this, in both outputs at the same time, I could create whatever sound I want with very little processing on the back end. I felt really good singing into this microphone. That does not reflect the quality of my voice because the vocals are not that great. I first saw this mic at NAMM 2025, so almost going on 10 months ago at this point. I have had this mic for a good few weeks. I've put it on a bunch of different sessions. At first, I didn't really know what to think about it. It looks so different. Most of the time, mic companies will clue you in to their design philosophy based on the visuals. They're going off of a U87, a C12, a 251. Those circuits are cool. Those circuits are useful. This one is really interesting. This is completely anecdotal, so take this with a grain of salt. I do remember using a C12. This is reminiscent of a C12 if it were remade by mad scientists for a very modern sound. The way that they've built this head casing, I feel like reacts differently to air than almost any mic that I've used. There is a linearity here and a flatness and a cleanness paired with all of this open casing in here. I don't know how easy this is to see, but you have this massive head basket. And sometimes what you can end up with is microphones that will have these weird resonances that get bounced around different materials within the head basket itself. So having this kind of as open as possible thing going on is really interesting because there are very few internal resonances in this microphone, making it sound good on so many different kinds of sources. I found it is a joy to sing into. It's very hyper real. If you have a source that you just freaking love, like my guitar cab, I want whatever mic I put in front of that thing to sound like that cab. With acapella voice, I want whatever I put in front of someone to sound like that voice. That's the ultimate goal of a microphone, right? But there's so many design hurdles to get over. I don't know that any mic is ever going to do it perfectly. I think that's beyond physics. But the cleanness and the headroom here definitely lends itself to a completely different recording experience, especially since for so long I've kind of leaned into mojo and vibe and, you know, all those other words that mean absolutely nothing. We're getting ahead of ourselves. The real selling point is the bottom of this microphone. Much like my bottom, it's a mystery. It's important to note this video is not sponsored, although Austrian Audio did send this mic to me to try out and see if I liked it. Nobody gets to review the video, nobody gets to see the video. All the words are my own. However, I have worked with Austrian Audio in the past, and I talked to them at NAMM about this microphone, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is just my anecdotal experience. Not every mic is going to work for every person, and this is just my experience with this one. Back to the video. This is, in fact, a dual input microphone. The thing I would be confused about when I first got it, I didn't know what was input one. I didn't know what was the front capsule, what was the back capsule. They actually have a very clever way to fix that problem for you. There's a metal piece that gets in the way there. If you plug the cable in to the other side, see how it just dropped? So now you can plug something into that second output. The little design things here, man. This mic can handle some air moving at it and not even flinch. The internal circuitry, if you're worried about that, you have a 20 dB pad, so you're not going to clip the internals of the mic. It can handle it. The way they built the shock mount, you can get this thing right up against a guitar cab, and I did, and it sounds freaking great.
You can't find out what it's about, and there ain't no.
The whole bottom screws onto the threads of the mic itself. So as it comes off, you just end up with this big, like, cigar looking dude, which also makes it easy to spin within the shock mount, making it even more flexible for placement. You loosen it a bit, turn it to the side, which is useful for the dual output because then you can hang it over a drum kit just like this. I love being able to do stereo with one mic. Mid-side is something that is crazy annoying to set up, and the Stereo Creator plugin of this lets you do that, and it sounds pretty darn good. The other little thing that's cool about this, they give you a ball head mount. I greatly appreciate this. This is not the greatest ball head I've ever dealt with. I might be a snob now. I'm kind of fully integrated into the Triad orbit system, and their ball heads are probably best in the industry. This is no Triad. However, it's handy to be able to place this anywhere you could possibly place it, in any orientation, and have plenty of wiggle room between the shock mount itself and that ball joint. Why would you even want to use a dual output microphone? You can get some wild sounds. Doing drums, I did like an over the shoulder thing, and eventually I kept getting closer and closer to the source because it just sounded right. The hi-hat was kind of going a little crazy in there because it's picking up so close and I'm crushing it. You can use the plugin that comes with this if you're using both outputs to change the polar pattern in different frequency spectrums of the signal itself. So where I could have this big open fat kick drum, smacky snare drum, but I could kind of get rid of the hi-hat in most of the signal and balance that out. For voices, you can manipulate proximity effect with the proximity slider. Being able to do all this stuff on the back end makes this one of the more versatile tools in the cabinet.
No easy way out, no there ain't. No easy way out, no there ain't. No easy way out, no there ain't no easy way out.
I get a lot of microphones. It's rare that I get one that I'm like, I don't know how to approach this because this is so different from what's out there. Another person looking at this mic would find 10 different use cases that I would have. One, it's that versatile, and two, the tools that they give you here, it could literally be like any sound for any source. I think you're gonna find this is a joy to use on a vocal because it's so manipulatable. It's easy to be manipulated to work with any voice. And I did it on my voice. I did it on a few female voices. I had used it on a country track where it sat perfect with those voices they're hard to get right with other microphones. It can be like spitty or like weirdly aggressive. And again, I think the head basket design on this is really lending itself to like the flatness of the overall thing because the internal resonances aren't kind of bouncing around the microphone with those voices that are hard to place, that don't sound good on something like a U87 circuit or a 67 circuit, something with a little bit too much saturation. This does not do that. This feels very clean.
And the glory doubles in 3 sheets to the wind. They'll be dancing and a kiss until the trouble begins. Rub, Ronnie and Brenda, they're back at it again. I'll play it now.
Austrian Audio, they had a legacy working with AKG, and when AKG left, they continued doing what they were good at doing. A vast knowledge of microphone design and construction and build, and they are building them tough. And then continuing on with like this crazy imagination as if you were like a wizard in design, and now somebody said, have fun, do whatever you want. Oh, by the way, it kind of doubles as a fidget toy. I don't know if those are magnets or what, but oh, I forgot the pop filter. Speaking of magnets, pop filter that comes with it. Typically when a mic comes with a pop filter, I'm not going to touch it because most of the time they suck. This one is very nice and magnetically just attaches, and it is freaking on there. All in all, like, this is a mainstay for me at this point. Lots of use cases in the studio. And this is an expensive microphone, okay? I think the use cases of this microphone are extremely versatile. And if you watch the channel in any form, you see the ones that stick around are the versatile ones, like Loudon Eden. That thing has so many different sounds on board. It's a vocal mic that I keep around. Mics like that, mics like the Chandler TG Type L condenser from Chandler that has like an AB circuit. I love tools like that, and I think it's because like I'm mainly in a commercial space where we're moving fast and I have a lot of like 90% of the time choices, no mic, not even this one, is going to be right every single time. It can't happen. But the more versatile a tool is, the further it gets in that direction. And that's what's important to remember with something like this. Having that dual capsule output, one, you have to realize you're only going to get that if you have 2 preamps. So if you have like a single channel interface, you're not going to get the full-fledged version of what this could be. Take that into account. But if you're going to have one incredible microphone, this is going to be on the short list just because of what it can do, the different things it can bring to the table. Being a stereo thing, being mid-side, it could be omnidirectional, it can be hyper-focused. It is that versatile of a mic. And I feel like I'm gushing over it, and I think I am. And you know what? Maybe it's the color scheme, because gosh, matte black looks freaking good. What's more important than the sound of a microphone is how it feels to the artist when they're performing. I've used this in a handful of situations at this point, and singers really like using this microphone, especially if they like matte black. If you want to see another Austrian audio mic that is just fantastic, go down here and check out this video of the OC-818. I make another song, I talk about a microphone. So if you're into that, you're probably gonna like that one. All right, I'll see you guys.